Those of you who live in cold climates and use wood to heat your home, you know this time of year the air inside the house gets very dry. And so what some people do is put a pot of water on the wood stove to keep the humidity up. And that is what I do, of course. But since I live across the street from the ocean, I figure I might as well harvest seawater while I'm at it. So that is what we shall do. I've come to realize that when you come down to get salt water, it's best to do it at high tide because the upper part of the beach, all of this real fine sediment has been washed out, so you don't get that fine sediment in it. And also, at low tide, you're out among where the kelp is growing, and that's where all the little insect eggs in that are, so you can get insect eggs as well if you do it in low tide. There's a bit of stuff floating on top of the water here because we had a bit of wind last night, but it's only bigger pieces that will strain out with the regular kitchen strainer. Pine, well, spruce needles, I guess, mostly. There's our seawater. A non-reactive and fireproof pot, which of course translates to stainless steel. Put that on the stove. And we have our 2-liter jug. So that we can measure how much exactly we're using. One little pick. So that's 6 liters in here. This is just some cheesecloth. I made a ring so that I can do that, and then I won't have any stuff like when I'm putting wood in the stove or whatever, stuff flying up and going down into the water. I'm going to check that now. There is fire in, and that'll evaporate, and we'll keep checking it, and when it gets down low we'll fill it up again until we've got that 5-gallon bucket used up. I put one more jug of water in this, and now it's boiled down some more. You see how those bubbles are just hanging there? The water is getting quite brackish now. That's why it's looking like that. I'm going to put another jug or two. I think it'll only fit 1 jug. So that'll be 4 jugs of water. Now once I put in this one more jug. It's been almost a week, and 7.5 jugs, so that's 15 liters. And we're down to this now. Looks like I'll have to wait until tomorrow before I finish off this video, because this will not be dried out until tomorrow, I don't think. So pretty much 1 week for 16 liters. And from this point on now, I have to stir it every once in a while to keep it from going into one solid lump. It's boiling there now and very low, so because I don't want it to stick on hard to that, I'm going to slow it down. What I'm going to do, take this little square thing I got here, put that there, take the pot, and so now I've got a little bit of off the stove, and let it dehydrate the rest of the way a little slower. Okay, so it's Sunday now. This is completely dried out. You see it's an off-white color. Your regular table salt would be pure white, of course. That's because it's table salt is just sodium chloride. Looks like I got a little bit left in the bottom that I'm going to scrape off that has a little bit of moisture in it. But we'll measure this, and then I'll put the little bowl over by the stove to get it completely dried out. It won't be much difference. So I got this on the kitchen scale there now. That one little lump in there I can't get off, but I'm not going to worry about that. $445 grams. That's from 15 liters of seawater. Now I'll put that over on the stove, a little bit above the stove on that ring there, and let this top part completely dry out. This stuff on top here then will be completely dry by the time I got the video edited. And we'll see if it's any later than that, but 445 for now. There was a little bit stuck to the spoon, so final weight with totally dry salt is 444 grams.